Now, when it comes to technology in the fast-growing EV space, it is with no doubt that our very own NEO is making major moves, right? Not just in China, but global major moves. I mean, NEO is not only making the Chinese EV makers or the Chinese car producers to really stand on their toes and wonder what's next coming from NEO, because technology-wise, you already know that NEO is in the forefront, and as said by the NEO CEO, they will forever be in the forefront, because just as when you are amazed by what they are doing now, what they are launching now, NEO is already planning ahead. NEO is already planning their next move, meaning that when competitors try to catch up on what NEO is doing now, NEO is already a step ahead, which is something that is just so great. Now, what makes me to say this is that New York Magazine Times just also agreed or acknowledged what I just told you, and that is NEO is making major moves globally, not just for China, but global moves that are making car makers to really look or to start looking at their car companies with a different angle based off what they see EV makers like NEO are doing, right? I mean, as soon as screen, you notice that, of course, Times Magazine published in-depth title Moving East, How China Electric Car Boom is Driving Its Technological Rise. And this article, they talk about China's leading electric car brand as an example. They take NEO as China's leading electrical car brand. The article discussed China's rapid rise in electrical sector and the resulting improvement in its technology. The article uses NEO as an example to demonstrate the end of China's manufacturing leaping towards technology lead. The report mentioned that since its establishment in 2014, NEO has obtained 9,800 global patents and realized the commercial application of battery swapping technology. It has not only built more than 3,000 battery swapping stations in China and Europe, but it also has the world range of automotive power battery. This is what this article is saying from the US-based Time magazine. This is what they are saying about NEO. They talk about 9,800 patents that NEO has. When you talk about patents, you will know that there is no car brand or new energy vehicle car brand globally that has as many patents as NEO. NEO is the company or the brand with most patent. I think the second car brand with most patent, I'm not sure if it's Tesla or Li Auto, but one of the two. And I think they've got like what, 6,000, 7,000, and NEO knowing that they've got almost 10,000. It speaks volumes of where NEO is at and where NEO is headed, which is why this Times magazine chose NEO, because NEO, when you talk about technology breakthroughs, you need not to forget to mention their name. In fact, their name should be up there on the table. So look, man, Times magazine, the report also mentioned that the Chinese brands including NEO now dominate the global electric vehicle market. This is a rapid growth. In 2001, China's passenger cars ownership was less than 10 million for population of 1.2 billion. But in 2009, China became the world's largest auto market. In 2001, China became the world's largest auto market. China was still a net importer of cars in 2020, but now it exports more cars overseas than any other country. This was in 2024. China passenger car exports increased nearly 20% to 4.9 million units in 2024. At the same time, China auto imports fell from peak of 1.24 million in 2017 to 705 last year. This just simply means that there are more cars going out of China than cars coming in China. And what is leading into that? What's leading into that is, of course, the demand of local car companies as Chinese users or Chinese customers, consumers. They are starting to like their own brands. They are buying NIO, they are buying BYD, they are buying all their local car companies because the quality, the technology is as good as your German luxury brand, is as good as some of these car brands like your Ford, your General Motors that used to come and flood the streets of China. I mean, when I read this, what they wrote about the China EV booming, I mean, and knowing that they touch base on NIO, I mean, this just speaks volumes, right? Of saying that you cannot talk about EV and not talk about NIO globally, not just in China. You cannot talk about EV or electric vehicles and not talk about NIO and not talk about BYD and not talk about Xpeng and Leodo, right? Because these are car companies or car brands that are doing the most. BYD is selling, or last year alone sold more new energy vehicle cars than Tesla, which speaks volumes about the kind of cars that they are making, right? BYD makes a lot of mass market brands, whilst NIO makes high-end brands, or most of their cars are catered for middle to high income earners. And seeing the recognition by Times Magazine, it was just so great, man. It shows you that the world is watching. The world is watching NIO. Whatever NIO is doing, the world is watching. That is why I'm saying, even for the shorts, their time is numbered, right? They cannot continue shorting this stock for forever, right? There will be a point in time where people that see the potential, that see what NIO is doing, also reflecting on the net sales coming down, it's going to be lights out. This will take NIO to the next level, which is something that makes me to want to load the boat, because I know that blue sky is coming. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd come and give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. I know share price wise NIO might not be doing well, but this is a company which is expected not just in China but everywhere. This company is expected to do very, very well. And if NIO, worst case scenario, it goes to bankruptcy or it dies, can I tell you something? China electric vehicle dies too, and China will never allow that to happen, because NIO is a leader not just in China but globally. This is something that we get to be reminded by this article today coming from Times Magazine. I like what I read. I don't know about you, but if I had some money today, I was going in and load the boat. Blue sky coming. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that at least you don't get to miss the content that I give you on a daily basis about NIO. I will see you on the next one, my dear friends, and God bless you all.